Hey class, this is Sir Dave telling you today about irregular verbs. If you love super tricky, difficult topics, you are going to love irregular verbs. These are tricky because you just have to memorize them. That's the only way to learn it. So let's get into it. Irregular verbs. These are verbs in which the past tense is not formed by adding the usual ed ending. So usually, if we want to change a verb to be in past tense, we just have to add ed to the end of the verb. Irregular verbs do not work in that way. We have to change them in a different way. Let's look at these sentences. I like to play basketball. That's in the present tense. Our verb play is in present tense. To make it past tense, we would say yesterday I played basketball. We would just add ed to the end of our verb. Let's look at another sentence. I think about it all the time. Let's change that to past tense. Yesterday I thinked about it. That's right, isn't it? Nope. We cannot say thinked. That is an irregular verb. Our past tense of think is yesterday I thought about it, because it's an irregular verb, so we cannot add ed, changes in a different way. Now they all change in different ways, sometimes in really big different ways, like think to thought. There are a lot of these in English and you just have to memorize them. Here are some of them popping up on the chalkboard for you. I also sent you a list that's in your lesson plan. It breaks them down into different categories, shows you how some of them are similar and the endings are similar. So study that list. That will really help you to know your irregular verbs. Last thing we have to talk about is the past participle. This is not that important, but I do need to mention it. So the past tense is what we've been looking at. This is how most of the verbs change in the past tense. But there are some past tenses, the perfect and the passive, that we have to change the verb in a different way. So this goes for all irregular verbs. So here's some examples of past tense irregular verbs. Go becomes went, do becomes did, to be becomes was. Now when those go to the past participle, they change again in a different way. So go becomes gone, did becomes done, to be becomes been. So unfortunately, again, you just have to memorize these, but it would probably sound weird to you to say she had did. You know that it should be she had done, or he had went is he had gone. So use your ear. I don't care that much that you know what the past participle is, as long as you use it right. The best way to do that, instead of memorizing, is just read and listen to English a lot, and you will just naturally know when verbs are irregular or when they should be regular. So that's all for today. You have some review worksheets. If you have any questions, please let me know.